Hello again, Guardians! The new raid, Wrath of the Machine, otherwise known as Bungie's Collision Raid. The new concept is smashing things against other things. You're going to start inside the Cosmodrome wall and go through a jumping puzzle. Making your way on top of the wall is going to lead you to a giant death trap Zamboni that's out to crush your bones and make sure that your ghost can't revive you. Now, running away from this might need the memory of Jolger, which is an artifact that allows you to reduce your sprint cooldown to 0. So make sure that on the first week of launch you try to get this artifact. Otherwise, when you escape it, you jump off the edge of the Cosmodrome wall to go on with the rest of the raid. The idea behind the rest of the raid, we have no idea. We do know this though. The raid is set to launch on September 23rd, the Friday after the Tuesday's launch on September 20th. Rise of Iron drops on September 20th. Get in and grind out the appropriate light level as fast as you can, Guardians, because Bungie has stated this is their most difficult raid and light level is going to matter. Before, the King's Fall raid, the Crota's End raid, and the Vault of Glass all had the ability to have lower light levels as long as you knew the mechanics of the raid. This is no longer an option. You are going to have to know the mechanics, have the appropriate gear and the appropriate light level with a fire team knowing what they're doing to actually beat the raid. That's going to be a really cool idea that we've never seen in Destiny. They've normally had some leeway on being able to carry people through. We're not too sure on if we can carry people through this raid anymore. Maybe we can't. Maybe we can. We're not too sure. Maybe there's going to be some professionals out there that master the raid and can carry 1 to 2 people through it. But day's launch is probably going to be pretty difficult. The first day on the launch is probably going to be the longest raid launch date that we've seen today. Vault of Glass took 18 hours. Crota's End took 16. And also the King's Fall raid took 16 hours. So this is probably going to be our longest launch date. Game Informer magazine dropped some cool little tips on the armor that's going to be available, and as you can see on the left, we've got the Hunter with the cloak. We've also got the Hunter helmet, which looks pretty interesting. We've got the Warlock in the middle, and we've got the Titan on the right. Now, personally, my favorite Guardian is going to be Warlock, but my favorite raid gear is probably going to be the Hunter. The Hunter's cloak looks pretty epic, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. The Titan, the shoulders and the chest piece look pretty good, but everything else, I don't really like that either. But all in all, Hunter raid gear is probably going to be my favorite. Moving forward, you can actually equip an ornament to the raid gear, which makes it shiny. As you can see for this Titan's gauntlets, you can see a very strong glow if you equip the raid gear. Also, there's plenty of other raid gear to go over, from the Warlock being able to have the ornament on it as well, glowing with this white aura. And then we also have several other shots of the raid gear that have been implemented into the Destiny's fanbase because plenty of people leaked out a bunch of images. Thanks to Bungie, thanks to Gamescom, we have a ton of images to go over, so pretty awesome. Also, if you see somebody's chest glowing with beams of light coming out of their armor, you know they've got an ornament. Okay, Guardians, so before anything else, take a look at this weapon. That's right. A Firefly perk that bursts out in Siva Wolfpack rounds. It's basically a handmade Gallahorn. It is a scout rifle, and we're not too sure on if it's a legendary or if it's an exotic, but if all the raid weapons work like this, I'm pretty sure that's a little overpowered. I do like it though, I like the concept. How do we acquire this if it's an exotic? Well, if this is the exotic raid gear, and this is going to be the exotic weapon out of the raid, we're probably going to acquire it by going into the raid after getting all of the Siva clusters that are dormant all over the Cosmodrome and the Plague Lands. Other than that, that's all the information as of this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, drop a like, share it with your friends, and remember, subscribe for daily Destiny content if you're new, and thank you all for the support. I'm almost up to 5,400 subscribers and counting. Thank you, Guardians, and I'll see you all in the next one.